Good afternoon, Prof.
Good afternoon, Rita.
It's a pleasure to have you on our Hope Roadshow platform. I would like to take a few comments from you on the activities of the Hope Roadshow, what you saw and how you felt about it, and the motivation behind this roadshow that you gave birth to.
Okay, so I'll begin with the motivation. The motivation, as if you like, has been my mantra, is to produce a group of young persons that will bring a change. Group of young persons that will dare the status quo. It doesn't have to be business as usual. It doesn't have to be, this is how we have been doing it over the ages, but it has to be how we do it now according to what we want. And so I envisage a young person who is honest and can identify the many opportunities around or create from the available resources opportunities that will help him or her to make an ends meet. I'm looking at a young person who can say that I'm not really looking at the government for my daily bread. I'm looking at a young person who can say that I will identify this and I will make a life out of this. You know, in enterprising, you are earning a profit. The basic point is to make profit, to serve, to make a profit, but to look after yourself. So this is my motivation, that we don't have to produce young people coming out every year who do not have what it takes to make the next meal in the next day. I have had the opportunity to sit behind statistics or figures of how many students come out from the tertiary institutions over the past 4 or 5 years. And it's scaring. It's scaring. So that's why I agree that unemployment is a source of it's a security threat to countries, because if you look at the numbers of these young persons that are coming out, having gone through 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years of university education, and coming to stay home for 5 years, some for 5 years, 6 years, it's really scary, because then they can do anything that somebody asks them to do, or they can follow anyone who asks them to follow them. I will want us to shift that, move away from that, and change the status quo.
That is very, very encouraging that somebody has thought about the problems we have and we face every day and the way to solve it. I am very, very happy that the university has taken such a move in addressing this problem, because currently we have about 1.55 million people who are unemployed, and it's a scary figure. Thank you so much, Prof. So moving on, what do you expect of the Hope Roadshow come Hope 2023?
Right. So as I sat here preparing for my closing remarks, I was asking, so what next for 2023? But one of the things I do is to gradually look into things, and I'm sure that by the time we get there, or by the middle of this year, together with the members of the management, we would have come up with something. Remember, this theme, leading the UESD Way, came in just, I think, the day I was going to swear in the committee. And so it's about what the next step is. But I think that we will move on to a different step next year, God willing.
Thank you so much. At least we have our first recruits. These are our level 100 and 200 students who are our army of hope. Thank you so much, sir, for your comments and your contributions.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to welcome Madam Registrar, Mrs. Mary Abena Ejepong, on the Hope platform, and we're going to talk about her expectation for her staff after the Hope Roadshow activities had come to an end.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Rita. We are expecting that gradually we will begin to exhibit. We know we have been exhibiting the core values up to some point, but we'll begin to tell the truth more, be honest. We'll begin to recognize opportunities and make use of them. We will begin to persevere, not to give up. And above all, we will find new ways of doing things. The UESD way, thinking outside the box.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I think that's the perfect answer, because we have to think outside the box and everything we do. And this is the new dawn that hope has come to stay, and it will propel us on to a new level. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm speaking with Miss Irama Asida Atobra, an enterprising young lady working so well in this space. Irama, yes. Can I have your comments on what you think about the whole concept of the Hope Roadshow?
I only joined today, but then I watched previous sessions during the week, and I was really impressed. I think that such discussions among young people, especially university students, are more relevant now than ever before, because there's more exposure, and young people, a lot of responsibility is being put into the hands of young people. And so it's good that they are equipped with the necessary knowledge and the skills that they need to understand things like honesty, so that as they rise through the ladders in school and at work, they know what to do with the power that they are given. So I'm really impressed, and I hope that this is something that other universities or other institutions would take up as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And can I ask what pushed you to start your own business? Because it is not easy, as you told us, but then I've seen you do marvelous things with what you are doing. What do you tell all us?
I would say that, this is cliche, but just follow your passion. Know that's one thing that you're very interested in, and try to figure out ways that you can bridge existing gaps using that passion as your drive. And that works magic.
Thank you. Thank you. It works magic, as she says. I'd like to welcome the chairman of the Hope Roadshow Committee to the Hope platform to recap the activities of the committee and the activities of the program. Let's hear him.
Thank you very much. It's been an exciting period. We started on the 12th and we ended on 28th, so over 2 weeks. We had sessions with faculty, and we looked at incorporating hope into curriculum planning and then teaching. Then we had another session on leading by example. We've had series of workshops for senior members, senior staff, junior staff, and we're privileged to have seasoned speakers. Professor Utuelis happened to be a former VC of KNUST. We had Dr. Paul Ifa, who we all know from tertiary education. He's been very strong and also was here to help us on leading with example. And then we had Emmanuel Bedu, also from UG. We had our own Dr. Padiko Majite speaking to the junior staff. And all these things have been very helpful in supporting our activities. Above all, we had our students sitting from Monday through to Friday, the VC Open Day conference. We had Bernard Avila talking about honesty, opportunity from our friend Ali Inusa from UPSA, and then Dr. John Atrams also shared something on perseverance. And today we ended it beautifully with Irama Atrams. Irama Atobra, who happens to be a past student of Ashesi University, who shared on enterprising. I hope and believe that the students have learned a lot, and we want to use this opportunity to thank you all for supporting us. Thank you.
How excited he is about the activities that went on during the period of the conference, and he's most grateful to each and every one of our speakers, students, staff who spent their time to be with us, and he's most grateful. Thank you all for listening. Okay, I have with me two students of the university, Esther and Kelvin. They will give us their view of what they saw during the program and what their expectations are. Let's hear from Esther.
All right, thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate this program. It's really helpful. You know, one thing I've learned is from this program was the topic of honesty. That really stuck out to me, because one issue that we've identified as a country or as a world in general is the lack of honesty, or the issue of corruption and bribery in our country. So this program being set out to emphasize on the issue of honesty is going to go a long way to address the issue, and I think it's going to help us ensure that there is equality in the world and help us achieve sustainable development goals at the end of it. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
What I learned was the four main core values of the university. That's honesty, opportunity, perseverance, and enterprising. I need to make it my surrounding and have it in me to make it my way as it is the USD way. Thank you.
Great. He said, as he says, making it his way, making hope his way, meaning that he's going to incorporate the activities of honesty, opportunity, perseverance, and enterprising into his life. It means that he's going to pull people along, and it's the great thing. We are creating an army, and we start from within, and our students are our army. So let's make it the USD way by creating an army of hope. Thank you.
Thank you.